Question 36 reads, a fashion buyer for a large retail store purchased 315 items directly from the manufacturer for a total of $6,000. Some of the items were dresses purchased for $25 each, and the rest were shirts purchased for $10 each. So we have dresses and then we have shirts. How many more dresses than shirts did the buyer purchase? Well, right off the bat, I know this is a simultaneous equations question. The reason why is because I can construct two equations. The first one, well, before we go into that, well, let's say D is the number of dresses, right? And let's say S is the number of shirts. Well, my first equation is going to be regarding the numbers of everything. Well, they say the buyer bought 315 items in total, and he or she only bought dresses and shirts. And so the number of dresses plus the number of shirts, so number of dresses, which is D, plus the number of shirts is going to be 315. Okay, that's our first equation. The second one is going to be more regarding the price. Okay, the buyer bought for a total of 6,000, and we know that the price of each dress is 25 and the price of each shirt is 10. So 25D is the price of all the dresses, and 10S is the price of all the shirts. And so the price of all dresses plus the price of all shirts is going to be the overall price, which is 6,000. Okay, and so these are our two equations. And now it's quite easy, and we can use the plugging in method of solving simultaneous equation. And the way I do that is by isolating a variable, let's say S, and then whatever S equals, we can plug that into the second equation, solve for D, and then and it becomes very easy thereafter. Okay, and so it makes much more sense if I actually do it. So if I rewrote the first equation, it's going to be D plus S equals 315. Right, I'm gonna isolate S by taking away D from both sides, so it becomes 315 minus D. S equals 315 minus D. I'm gonna plug this in for S in the second equation. Okay, and so now it might make much more sense. So 25D plus 10, now I can plug that in, 315 minus D equals 6,000. Okay, and so now just simplify, and so this foils, and it becomes 3,150 minus 10D equals 6,000. 25 simplified terms, 25D minus 10D is 15D, and I can actually also take away 3,150 from both sides. Okay, and so that would be 3,150 6,000 minus 3,150 is 2,850. So if you're confused, well, all I did is I took this all the way here, okay? And so it becomes 15D equals 2,850. Divide 15 on both sides, and so D equals 190, right? We have the number of dresses we have is 190. Okay, so we have D. Now we need to solve for S, and that's quite easy now. S is very easy to solve for because all we need to plug 190 into this first equation. And the reason why, you can plug it into the second equation as well, but it just doesn't make sense because you have to do a lot of additional math, and the first equation is much more simpler. So we can plug D into the first equation, and so it becomes, if I write this, it becomes 190 plus S equals 315, right? S, take away 190 from both sides, and S equals 315 minus 190, and so S equals 190, and that's going to be 125, okay? And so now this is where a lot of people can make simple mistakes and plug in either Okay, so this is 125. Yeah, people can make mistakes now and not look back at the question and see what the question is asking for. It's asking how many more dresses than shirts, right? And so all we have to do is take away 125 from 190. So 190 minus 125, that's going to give us the number of how many more dresses we have than shirts. And that's going to be 65. And that's our answer.